For our final screencast for Sprint 3, Group Marksburg, we will be going over all of the business value we created. To start off with, we recommend generating a new token on GitHub to be able to access the API as many times as you would like. If you go to Settings and then Developer Settings, there is an option to generate a new token. I will show you how to create the token now. Go ahead and click on Generate New Token, and we'll just put School project for this purposes and generate token. Now go ahead and hold on to that token because we will be using it in our project. Now we will run the project from our master branch. And we'll go ahead and create a new project. Now you will see new information here, the GitHub information, where it'll ask the user for the owner's name, the GitHub repository, as well as the GitHub token. Now again, the GitHub token is optional, but we do recommend it for frequent stats use. Now that GitHub information was created under user story 151 by Thomas. You'll also see masters, where it'll ask the user to enter the GitHub master, as well as the Scrum master. That was created under user story 150 by Thomas and Brandon. We'll go ahead and create a new project here. And the owner's name is going to be SER316 ASU 2018, and the GitHub repository. We'll go ahead and use ours and Marksburg. Now let's go ahead and enter our token here. And GitHub master, our GitHub master this time was Brandon Light, and Scrum master was Suraj KC. So full names, we'll just for now name them all Test, just for this purposes for now. Again, you can always enter the names of your actual team here. Go ahead and click on OK. And we'll go ahead and go to the drop down here and click on our test project. Now when you do go to Scrum, you will see the names of the users as well as the owner that you put in there, the repo, the GitHub master again, which is Brandon Light 92, Scrum master is Suraj KC. Now sprint name, for these purposes, we'll just do test. Date, we'll just do today's date. And end date, we'll do today as well. And goal, we'll just call it test. Go and click update and save for that particular information. Now when you do want to go ahead and create the Git stats, we'll go to that and show you how to call that GitHub information. Now you will see the GitHub information though, like I showed here earlier. That was also, like I said, created under the branch of user story 150 and 151. Go to Git Stats, Git Refresh GitHub Stats. Now what it'll do is it'll go ahead and call the API using our token that we created from GitHub. Once it's done returning that token, it will then generate all of the information as you do see in front of you. It'll show the contributors, addition of code, deletions of code, as well as total commits. And that was from our previous sprint where Karan created this information. You'll also see the open PRs, which currently there is no open PRs as we are done with our sprint here. Now you will see the merges into master if we were able to merge into master with the actual GitHub master. Now again, like I said, Brandon Light was our GitHub master, and as you can see, all of these ones were created and actual merged with him. Now that was created by Karan, who under user story looks like 155, he went ahead and completed that there. And moving on over, we'll go ahead and look at the team stats. Now, of course, you do see the line of code from last time, as well as the commits and the branch info here. Now, the lines of code and the commits were created by Crystal, and the branches info here is created by Karan. Now, this was created under user story 148. We also show the invalid commits as well. Now these are commits that didn't have the user story first in the front of it. This was also created by Karan under user story 148. And then last but not least is test count. This was created by Siraj here. And this one here was created under user story 145. Now it does show how many tests were created for the entire project here. And we'll just jump back through again. Invalid comments here, you can see those. All of the branch information, all the branches that we do have on our GitHub repository. And then there is quite a few other little things that we changed. We did update IntelliStats, so it does show from memoranda to IntelliStats. Now that was done by Crystal under user story 24, and also Tim went ahead and helped out with that as well. From there, she went ahead and changed other things here, just so it kind of went through and was called memoranda and switched over to IntelliStats, since that is the name of our project. Now if you go over to the help, you'll see now it says memoranda website, and right here you'll move over to report a bug, and then after that we actually updated about IntelliStats here. Now this is going to be about our team. This was all created under user story 38 by Thomas and Brandon. So when you go ahead and click on that, you will see our logo here, and you'll see the version number of the build, as well as all of the developers who went ahead and helped create this IntelliStats project, as well as you'll also see their emails. And then of course, if you do want to go straight to our GitHub repository, you can go ahead and follow this link here. And then again, that was under user story 38. Go ahead and take a quick look at that. All right, perfect. And there are some user stories here that you're unable to see, as they were a lot of the backend logic code. A lot of that was under user story. There was 154, 155, and there was a few other user stories as well that, like I said, that you're unable to actually see here. However, were all back-end logic there. And then from there, we will go ahead and move on over to our burn down chart here. As you can see, we did finish 100% of the user stories that we did put on our Sprint 3 task board. And you can see that it went all the way down. Thank you for watching, and have yourself a great rest of your day.